hearing the white girl saying, "We're gonna get lit in here."
Sorry.
But
I always try to fill the time whenever you have to like walk this way, and that was just what came to my head
that
at
7
that time.
seconds. It's like, this is my time.
This is my time to shine.
What's going on, guys? We took a week off. That's how you know.
Because your girl broke her ankle, but it's
yeah,
fine.
we've had so much going on the past X amount of days where this beautiful individual over here, I'm on the phone with her, and we're talking about some stuff we got going on behind the scenes with me, and all I hear is just splat and screaming. Not her screaming, but children screaming.
Yeah.
Like little kids screaming. And I was like, and all you said was, "I gotta call you back." Boom, and it hung up. And I'm thinking, can I tell you the initial things that went into my mind?
What went in your mind?
Okay, so like number one was a kid got hit by a car.
Okay. I feel like that's so drastic for a first thought.
2 was someone grabbed the kid and ran off.
Oh, I would have. No. You wouldn't have even heard me. You would have heard my phone hit the ground and I would have been running.
Running.
Brendan.
But yeah.
Brendan.
No, you caught a little groove and sprained that ankle pretty bad.
It was gross. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty.
It was gnarly.
Black and blue. And,
yeah, it was pretty gross.
Yeah.
And
did an X-ray and everything. Couldn't walk on it. You had to like help me dry off after I got out of the shower.
So that was my next point. I think it was very evident that you are not used to bone injuries.
No, I've never broken anything before.
But like me, as play basketball, play football, hell, I even skateboarded for years. You sprain your ankle every day when you skateboard. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. But when I skated as a kid, played football all throughout high school, played basketball all throughout high school, and when I was an adult, and you know, spraining your ankle, twisting your ankle, stuff like shin splints, stuff like that is like the regular. That's like you just but it was clear that you haven't dealt with that. And I haven't
in a long time. When I played softball, I dealt with it a lot more, but not as an adult. I haven't had to deal with it really.
Yeah, and I can understand. You know, me, like I have spina bifida, so like my back hurts all the time. So someone that doesn't have back pain, that just out of the blue has lower back pain, I could see where it's like, yeah, you would be pretty
down for the count.
Yeah, you'd be pretty down. So that was interesting.
It took about a week, I feel, for me to be able to like actually walk on it again. Yeah, I still am struggling a little bit, not gonna lie, but I get around okay.
I told you those ankle sprains like yours, where it was clearly like it was blue and black. NBA players sprain their ankles, and they're the best athletes in the world, and they're out for like 3 weeks.
It's rough.
So the fact that you got over it in like a week is pretty.
My kids have been asking me to run with them, you know, like when I'm at work, want me to run, and I'm like, oh no, can't do that. We're just gonna have to coast until next week because I can't run.
Yeah, it's been a very eventful past couple of weeks. Got some news that we will be relocating up north.
Out of state.
We're going up north. End of September. So we'll do a couple more pods in here. And then the whole pod's going to be in a whole new place.
Whole new place.
Whole new state. Whole new everything. We're moving up north.
Maybe we'll get to have like snow in the background of our pod. Like open the windows and be like snow. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I never lived anywhere outside of the state of Texas. So this is definitely we're going about 17 hours that way. Just got to do what it do, you know. Despite what you may think, I don't get paid off of podcasting and content. So I have a 9-to-5 job, and your boy's not too bad at it. And they threw the bag at me, and they said, you know, hey, we'll give you X if you move to Y. Okay, so that's what's been happening. So it's been a lot. That's why the last podcast didn't come up. And like I said, because it's not that it didn't come up, it didn't even take place. But with you being almost, because you were so down for the count with your ankle, you were almost bedridden. Like, very close to being bedridden.
No, literally. I was in bed for like 3 days because I couldn't do anything else.
We either had to move everything in there and try to do a pod, or just, hey, we'll get it done next week. So here we are. It's Sunday Fun Day. This is episode 6 of the Window Therapy Podcast. We are the Underwhelming Couple. Plug the socials.
We have TikTok, The Underwhelming Couple, and Oliver Lloyd, the rapper. We've got YouTube, Window Therapy Podcast. We have Twitch, The Underwhelming Couple. Instagram, Window Therapy Podcast. And Snapchat, The Underwhelming Couple.
Got a lot of socials.
We do.
That has
Follow us on all of them, because I know you have all of them.
That has not
maybe
changed.
Besides Twitch. Twitch is kind of like more gamer type people.
Yeah.
Maybe some potting peeps.
Shout out to the Twitches.
I just said potting peeps. I don't really know how I feel about that.
No, but we have a lot to talk about, and we're doing a Sunday Fun Day pod. As you see, I got the flower Crocs on.
Those are my Crocs. I just feel like y'all should know.
I got you just exposed that you have a big foot.
Your foot's like hanging out the back though.
But
I've been telling you those are too big for me.
And Sunday Fun Day pod, I got the Toronto Raptors Tracy McGrady on. I got the half blue, half purple sweats. And I got the floral Crocs. I'm feeling funky today.
Who got you those sweats? Huh? Who?
You did. My mom got me this jersey like 4 or 5 years ago. Shout out moms. But
what's up, moms?
We're it's Sunday Fun Day pod, and we have some. I'm gonna tell the truth today.
You're gonna tell the truth?
I'm gonna tell the truth today.
Because you lie every other day.
You know, it's not that I lie. I suppress. I suppress, and there's things. I don't want to cuss so early in the pod. I read an article, or I heard about an article. Let's chill out. I heard about an article that said that podcasts where they cuss in the first 15 minutes lose like a significant amount of their viewers. So, fuck that. But no, we're getting goofy.
This is gonna be a fun one.
There's some stuff that has been going on that I want to talk about just in the world, and it's been eating me alive. And I almost wanted to do a pod because I need to get it off.
For sure.
And I don't just want to talk about it, but we'll all get to that. So I want to start off. I have 2 questions.
Oh, 2 today.
Yeah, we're starting off with 2 questions. Everybody knows. Well, if you're in the earlier pods, I don't think we did one. I think I did. We do one last week? Last pod, I mean.
I don't know. Sometimes you omit the question.
And sometimes I replace the question with like a game of some sort. But this is just straight old school. I asked the question of the day, and I have 2. So questions of the day. What is your favorite item to eat that is made in a microwave?
Pizza.
No, like microwave pizza. I'm not talking something reheated that was baked in an oven.
Yeah, like microwave pizza.
Really?
Yeah, I just love pizza.
Can you throw a brand on it?
I do really like the like square Totino's ones. You know, the really cheap ones.
That's college.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That I've never been to.
That was all I ate in college, to be completely honest. That's why I gained like 50 pounds and then had to lose it, but it's fine. We're still working on that. No. Yeah, but almost any type of microwave pizza. I'm not gonna shy away from eating microwave pizza of any kind, really.
So disgusting.
Thank you.
That is just like microwave pizza of any sort is the worst thing.
No.
It's so bad. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of school lunch. That's what microwave pizza reminds me of.
School lunches were fire sometimes, okay? Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't eat them all the time, but every now and then, the one would be smacking.
No.
And there's people out there who would agree with me.
No, microwave pizza is pretty bad. And it shouldn't be.
Is yours what I think it is?
I should probably have thought of an answer, huh?
Probably.
No, so I eat it pretty much. I eat it like 3 times a week. And mine is Hot Pockets.
Yep. See, that, no.
But my Hot Pocket is different. Get that meatball mozzarella, pepperoni pizza. Get those shits out of here.
Those are gross.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what we're about over here, okay? The best Hot Pocket in the world is the Philly cheesesteak Hot Pocket. You got the you got the bread, right? That the pocket, you know what I'm saying? The pocket, you know. Inside is the cheese, the white cheese. I don't want to try to guess what it is.
Probably mozzarella.
No. They use I don't know.
Provolone?
Maybe that's what I'm trying to think. It's probably provolone because I think Philly cheesesteaks are made with some Philly cheesesteaks are made with Cheese Whiz.
That's
the spray.
disgusting.
I hear it's fire. I never tried it. I heard it's fire though.
That's only good on Ritz crackers. Don't play with me.
Provolone cheese, little bell peppers and onions chopped up in there, and then the sliced ribeye meat. It's probably hamster, but I hope it's cow if it's steak. But yeah, there's the Philly cheesesteak Hot Pocket.
That's crazy.
Honorable mentions the huge box of taquitos.
Those are good.
Those I like when I was poor as a young adult. You get oh god, now that I don't think I ever really knew the name, but the bottle, the salsa of but it's like really light green, like the avocado salsa. I think the name starts with an R or something like that, and it looks very traditional. A little bowl of that, getting microwave like 12 of them bitches, them beef taquitos, and you just dip.
The last time we had some of those was
fire. We had those during COVID, didn't we?
Our first apartment. That's like the last time we had those.
Yeah, we were shut down because of COVID, and we had like a freezer filled with taquitos and like breakfast sausages.
So this might not count as a microwave.
It has to be from start to finish created in the microwave. Nothing that's cooked anywhere else.
Okay, well I'm just gonna say it anyway.
She's like, fuck the rules.
No, do you remember those little peanut butter and jelly like bite things we would get, and I would microwave them and they'd be all warm?
Oh,
they were fire. I don't remember. They're Smuckers or something brand,
but they're like little balls.
They were like little balls like this, and oh my god, they were so good. I would eat them every single day if I could.
Absolutely.
So okay, those are my choices.
Solid. You going with pizza? Totino's pizza.
I'm just a fat kid at heart. I don't really know what to tell you.
Well, no, nothing we said is like healthy, but
well, I don't know that you can really have anything in the microwave that's that healthy. But
you can microwave ice, then it's water and drink it. Healthy.
I hate you. So what's your number 2 question?
What is a song lyric that you heard at some point that has just stuck in your head? Rather, it could be so good that it just resonates with you, or that you just love that someone wrote that. It's poetic, whatever. Just a line, a bar in a song that sticks with you. Or it could be something that's just so funny that you just can't get it out of your head. I'll go first while you think.
Yeah, you go first.
So, I have 2. One is probably my favorite rap lyric.
I was getting some head. That's the one.
Shawana. Oh, God. 50 Cent, Many Men. I think it's the last verse. He says, initially he's talking about how he got shot, right? And the dude who shot him got shot later,
right,
and passed away.
Which song is this?
Many Men? Yeah. He's saying the dude that shot him got shot later and died. And in the last verse, 50 says, the bar hits so hard because you know the backstory. And 50 says, I must be here for a reason, because he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh my God.
No, that
is cold. And then one of the coldest bars is Drake when he said, please excuse my table manners. I was making room for the table dancers. Hard.
Yeah, no.
Hard.
That one's crazy.
And so the 51 resonates with me the most because that's just hard hitting storytelling. But the Drake one's I just think that's so funny.
Yeah. So mine's probably a little bit darker than yours. Maybe, I don't know. That 51 was kind of dark. But as y'all have heard me talk about, I think the last pod, Bears Den is my all-time favorite band.
I'm gonna drink a sip of this water. It's not what it's for, but
Bears Den is my all-time favorite band, and they have a song called Red Earth and Pouring Rain. It's also the name of the album, and in that song he says, I had to look up the exact lyrics so I didn't botch it. He says, begging, please don't pin all of your dreams on me, baby, you can count on me, you can count on me to fuck up everything. And it's just always, that's my favorite part of the song.
I think I have a bar for you that I don't think you're thinking about right now, but as I say it, you'll probably be like, oh yeah.
Probably.
Party Next Door, Savage Anthem.
Oh, don't
Your
play.
girlfriend was right. She called it. You should believe in your people.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's saying your girlfriend was right about me. I was going to mess around on you. You should have more faith in your people.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
That's a nasty
No,
one.
that one was nasty. But the Bears Den one, I don't know. It's just kind of always sat with me. Maybe because of times in prior just life experiences where I felt like I've, messed things up. And so it just kind of, I don't know.
I'm sure you
just
can
kind of always sat with me.
I'm sure you can listen to Lil Peep, Come Over When You're Sober, Part 1. And that
all of those songs.
When I broke up with my ex, I felt like every single word he said was about my situation.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. But
yeah,
those are there's another question that I remember reading, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm curious what your answer is.
Okay.
What is your first memory using the internet?
Ooh.
So with mine, this is really specific. So with mine, this was, I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm old or anything, but we had dial-up where you had to plug the computer into a phone outlet, and no one can use the phone, no one could call you, and then you had to start up the computer like that to have access to the internet. And I was a kid, like elementary school, first, second, third, like really, I didn't know how to do shit. And I was really into wrestling. And I went to my mom. I was like, I want to go to the wrestling website. And my mom knew nothing. And you couldn't, like, Google it. I mean, I guess you could back then, but that just wasn't a thing, Yeah. And she was like, what's it called? And I'm like, I don't know. Wrestling. I don't know. And so back in wrestling, they had two shows. It was like Raw and SmackDown. And then we tried typing like raw.com. Nothing came up, I don't think. Like smackdown.com, and then we were like trying to find the name of the website until we found it was like www.com, and I just didn't think to know that. But that was my first memory using the internet.
That's so funny. My probably first one that I can remember, I'm sure there's some before this, but the one that is coming to my head is that when I was little, I used to collect these things called Webkins.
Webkins. I remember Webkins.
Webkins, yes.
They had the little thing, little tag on their ear, and you could put them on the website.
Yes, and then you had to like take care of them.
Yeah.
Okay, and you could play games and
stuff. We
had
Tamagotchis.
Right. I had one of those too. But I was obsessed with them, and I wanted one of them every single time we went out of the house. So I probably had between like 30 and 50 by the end, and they were probably like, I don't know, $15 a piece or something.
They weren't
maybe even
cheap.
More. No, they weren't.
They're like $20.
Yeah. Bless my mom. And I was obsessed with that game. And so I have one memory of like playing with my cousins at their house on the computer and like showing her all of my Webkins and stuff. But then I also have another memory of me sitting in my grandparents' house playing in their computer room, and I was so zoned in on what I was doing that like my dad came in to get me and like was standing next to me, and I just did not realize he was there. He had to like touch me, and he was like saying things to me, and I like was not registering, and he touched me, and I like, it scared the ever living heck out of me. But yeah, I was just zoned in. The Webkins, they just, I was all about it. Then
you get real dogs.
Yeah.
And you don't have that excitement anymore.
I actually still have 2 Webkins. They are up on the mirror in our room, but they're for a purpose, because one of them reminds me of Hank, my childhood dog that I love so much, and the other one is the little corgi that I was supposed to give to my sister and never did. So, we're just chilling.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the questions I had, and I got to thinking about my first time using the internet, and it was very much a I don't know how this works, but I know you type words in there and stuff comes up. And I didn't understand that you had to have the right address, the right website address and stuff like that. But Okay, we're gonna go hop into Reddit.
Yes, Reddit, and all of them should be there. Unlike the
you pulled these like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, so if they're not there, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, we've got unpopular opinions and Ask Men's today.
Oh,
we've got a combo. So my first unpopular opinion says if someone has more than a couple $1,000s in their bank account upon death, they didn't live life to the fullest. I know it's nearly impossible.
One more time?
So it says if someone has more than just a couple $1,000s in their bank account. I
heard it backwards. I thought you said like if you don't have a lot of money when you die, you didn't live life right. And I'm like,
yeah.
Quite the opposite. Okay.
They say, I know it's nearly impossible to know when you're going to die, but seeing people exhaust themselves at work every day, squirreling away money into a bank/retirement account, and then suddenly meeting an untimely death kind of breaks my heart. And I'm like, oh, but I think I agree. I don't know that it's that unpopular of an opinion.
I feel most of the ones that you talk about are not they're very popular opinions.
Really?
Yeah, like, of course, if you have a lot of money in the bank when you die, what did you do? You didn't live through giving to someone else, giving to charity. I mean, there's just like so many caveats. Like you could have been a millionaire and you have $2,000 left in your bank. It's like, oh, well, you got rid of 99% of your income. But yeah, you can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. When I die, bury me inside the Gucci store.
I guess maybe just for like some people though, it's like being able to pass that money on to like their children is like more important to them,
Absolutely.
That's
what I'm saying. That's what I meant when I said give to charity or give to someone else.
Okay.
Like give to your kids, give to your grandkids, whatever.
No, this one was literally deleted. I'm so mad. But anyway.
I truly feel like people who really post unpopular opinions, they can't take the heat that comes with it and they delete it because they're...
Probably. This wasn't actually really an unpopular opinion. I just thought it was hilarious and I had to share. But the title of it was tapping the snooze button repeatedly is the ultimate morning cardio. And then she went on this like long rant about, you wake up abruptly and you have to go really fast and tap the snooze button and then you're, in and out of sleep. And it's like a workout, and it was hilarious.
But yeah, that is something that I have never in my life utilized nor understood is the snooze button.
You don't like the snooze button?
Just wake up. Like, here's my thing.
I don't use the snooze button either. I just change the time.
Here's my thing. Okay, even that. Here's my thing, right? How can I say this diplomatically? I gotta think about that. I told you I'm gonna tell the truth today. So the snooze button gives you how many extra minutes?
Like 7 or 8 on the iPhone, I think.
Okay. What is the difference between waking up at 6, waking up at 6:07? You're still gonna be a groggy piece of shit. You're still gonna be a low life scum until you get coffee in your system. Like, that's what's going to happen. So what's the risk and reward of a snooze button? I don't understand that. If anything, the only thing that makes the most sense to me is when you're about to go to sleep and you're setting your alarm before you wake up the next day. Think about what time it is at that moment. Be like, okay, do the math in your head. Okay, so it's going to take me let's give me 30, 45 minutes to fall asleep. Depending on, like me, I hit the pillow, I'm out. I'm done skis, right? So I don't need to do that. But I get that other people have problems falling asleep. So give yourself 30, 45 minutes to fall asleep. Give yourself your 8 hours. And then calculate to where, and set your alarm. Give yourself enough time. But do it at a time where you have to wake up and go. So you maximize your time sleeping. I feel... This is my opinion. I don't have any science or anything to prove this. If you are supposed to get up at 6:30, but your alarm goes off at 6 and you do 6 snooze, 6:07, 7:14, 21, I just feel like you're annoying yourself and kind of teasing yourself. Like, oh, I'm going back to sleep. No, I'm not. Go back to sleep. No. And I feel like you're a shittier person that day. That's my opinion. It just doesn't make sense to me. What I do is I give myself, I know how long it takes me to get ready. I already lay out my clothes the day before, like it's the first day of school. That's what I do. And like that's why I know exactly what I'm going to wear when I go to sleep and wake up the next day. So I set my clothes aside. I know how long it takes me to get ready. For me to shower, shave if I got to, brush my teeth, do all my cosmetic stuff. I know that it takes me 30, 45 minutes because I shower for like 10 and then all the rest, boom, 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 like 30, 45 minutes. So I set my alarm to where I have that time. I wake up, boom, 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 I'm out the door. But the people, like I had my ex used to set an alarm for 6:05, 6:10, 6, and I'm hearing all these shits fucking go off. And I'm just like, just if you know you're going to snooze until 6:25, wake up at 6:25. What's the point? I feel like you're pissing yourself off. My rant's over.
So for me, I typically set, which it's a little bit different for me. I typically set 3 alarms, generally 5 or 10 minutes apart. Most of the time, I wake up to the first one and I'm up and that's it. But I have to have the other 2 in case for whatever reason I sleep through that first one because that's happened to me before and I'm just OCD and weird about it. But some people I just feel like they just need a minute. Like even if you're not asleep, like I feel like you just need a minute to like lay there and be like, okay, I have to get up in like a few minutes. And sometimes I have those days where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna lay here with my eyes closed, and then when it goes off again, I'm gonna get up because I don't know, you just be extra groggy. You need a minute, you know.
I feel like it's stuff that we tell ourselves. Like I need a minute, but I bet you if you gave it an analytical view, that minute does not help you whatsoever. But it's a placebo thing. Like you just tell yourself that you need it. And that's counterproductive. Just wake up. It's an understanding that you're going to be a piece of shit no matter what. Mm-hmm. So just let's get to the being a piece of shit earlier, you know? So you could get used to it. And maybe the first time you interact with someone, maybe you're better off for it. Mm-hmm. That's it. My soapbox is over. I hate the snooze button. I'm sorry. You can tell I have like a thing with it.
Yeah, you do.
I have a thing with the snooze button.
A little bit. Unpopular opinion. You probably weren't the gifted kid you thought you were. Not trying to be mean, but there's zero chance every second person on the internet was that gifted kid back when they were young, including me, obviously. Newsflash, being one of the smartest in your elementary school classroom of 15 kids does not mean much. If you were truly gifted, wouldn't that mean you would continue to be above average as you got older? I just thought that was funny because I do feel like every other person on the internet is like, I was gifted and talented when I was little.
Yeah, they're lying most of the time. That wasn't me. I was never a smart kid in class. I think if...
I hate that it was me because I actually took a test in junior high for it.
You're that second person.
Yeah.
No, I was never, crazy in the classroom. The thing I could do really early that means nothing was I could... like a song would come on the radio, and I was like 4, 5 years old. Song could come on the radio, and I could hear the drums in the song, and I could play the drums on a drum set, like at like 4, 5, 6 years old.
I love that.
Just like an AC/DC song, like Back in Black comes on, and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could just. Me and my brother were playing "Harder to Breathe" by Maroon 5.
I was gonna say
when I was really young.
Harder and harder to
How
breathe.
dare you say that my behavior is unacceptable? I was like, dun it. Yeah, like that was my shit.
That's so funny.
So like there were moments.
I had a drum set.
There were moments where my mom was like talking to my dad and was saying, "That's our star. Like that's our ticket out of here." You know, just because of that. But everywhere else, I want to say that I was always the person that was like expected to do not very good, but then always pulled through.
I get that. I think I was always super expected to do good, and then when I didn't, it was like, "What you doing, kid?" And I was like,
"What you doing, kid?"
My bad. My last unpopular opinion of the day is hair pieces / hair transplants on men is a sign of insecurity. A male that attempts to fool people into thinking they have more hair than they actually do are lacking self-confidence. I believe that aging as nature intended is the way to go. Do you feel that way about women and all the billions of thousands of things that we do to our body?
So
hair extensions.
So
dying.
You said dying, and
I meant dyeing our hair.
I know. I went to death. Women are dying out here.
Boob jobs. BBLs.
No, I'm assuming a woman wrote that. I'm gonna assume.
It doesn't say.
Well, whoever this individual is, let me tell you something. All right, come here. What's that dude on TikTok? That's like, come here.
Oh my God, the one with all the food things.
Come here.
I love him.
So
he tells me all the secrets.
It's not a sign of insecurity most of the time. I'm not going to speak for all and make it blatant.
You say it's not a sign of insecurity?
It's not a sign of insecurity most of the time. And I'm not going to make a blanket statement and say that every single situation is a sign of insecurity. Are there some people that do get hair transplants or, has some type of hair repair surgery, dye their hair, stuff like that? Do men do that? Yes, for insecurity, for sure. But most of them, we don't want to give up on the potential of a nice woman noticing us. We do it just to... It's the same reason men get... And this is what I think is the case for most men. Men get hair transplants and do stuff like that so they are not giving up on looking good. Mm-hmm. Now, is that kind of lazy? Can you still be bald? Can you still be gray and look good? Yeah. But some people just can't. Like I look how I look. Imagine if one day my beard hair just starts falling out and I can't rock a beard. I'm going to be devastated. Mm-hmm. That's going to hurt me a lot. So I would really have to rethink some things. So it's not insecurity. You know what I'm saying? Again, I think in most cases it's like I just want to look good for the occasional woman to notice me. I don't look like a freak. I don't look like just an ugly slob. It's just keeping up with your appearance. Yeah. Not insecurity. That's two different things in my opinion.
I could agree with that.
Know what I'm saying? I'm always when I go to the store, when we go to the mall, when we go to wherever, I'm gonna put on stuff that makes me look good. Am I insecure? No, I just want to look good. Yeah. And I think that's the case for men that get hair transplants and stuff like that. They're just not ready to give up on looking good.
So then what about the flip side of that? Women who do X, Y, and Z.
Do whatever you I just never had an opinion on that. I never was all natural, baby. Never had an opinion. I was always do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Now, can you carve on your face to a point to where you look like a balloon animal? Yes. Sure. That's a thing, But for the most part, if you want to get triple D's and, have some serious,
cake junk,
do what you got to do. Do what you got to do is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I've always been that way too, where I don't really give a poop. Go ahead. do whatever you want.
Poop. Oh my God.
I didn't want to say give a shit for some reason in that moment, but now it sounds like I should have.
No, it's just...
But, I've just always thought do what makes you happy, and if doing those things is what makes you happy and makes you feel okay about yourself, then whatever.
If you're a mom and you have a kid or kids and them joints used to sit up like this and now they sitting down like that and you want to roll them suckers back up and keep them what that just seems like upkeep. Do you change the oil in your car? Yes. Do you replace the windshield when it gets cracked? Yes. I mean, not me, but I mean.
And I guess this person's talking about let the aging as nature intended, but I'm like.
But what if you're ugly as shit? Then the aging isn't fun, Reddit poster. You're not understanding. Yes, can Jennifer Aniston afford to sit there and age properly? Yes. Can Jennifer Lopez age, just not do anything and just age? Yes. But can Joe Schmo in, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that's a warehouse worker, can he age properly? No, because we fucked up our bodies with Little Caesars pizza and alcohol. There's some people that require a little bit more upkeep.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
So this person's toxic.
All right, that was my last unpopular opinion. We are on to a couple of Ask Men real quick.
Let's do it.
I thought this one was kind of cute. It says, "Why is a serious relationship worth it?" And I just wanted to know your answer.
There's a movie title that's called,
not where I thought this was gonna go.
That's called fuck. I think Bradley Cooper's in it. He might be, or it's Zach Galifianakis, one of the two. what does he say? Searching for a partner for the end of the world or something like that. There's a movie titled something like that. That's what it is, man. Like a serious relationship, like you just want a partner to not only have the highs but also have the lows with. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
What is success? What is achievements if you don't have
Somebody
someone
to
like, like living for yourself is something that I just feel is just a long, lonely adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And we like to accomplish things, and what's the first thing we do? We get on the phone.
We want to tell someone about it.
We want to tell someone because you are proud of this. If that goes away, and having a long-term relationship partner is having that person all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Someone that's just always down all the time, and y'all start like living life for each other. That's what it's about, man.
What you do. Yeah. I love it.
Looking for you pulling these posts that are just so sappy and boring. Sorry. She's like, I wrote that.
Plot twist. How much do you spend on a haircut?
50.
Psh, bougie. You know how much I spend on a haircut?
50.
None. I'm gonna do it myself. No, I'm just kidding.
Aren't women haircuts like crazy?
No, if I'm just getting a trim, then it's only like 25.
I've paid upwards of 80.
But you also got that beard.
Yeah, that's the thing with me. I come with more than an average person.
Like a dude that doesn't have a beard, it's probably like $30 for him to get his hair
cut.
Yeah,
I got a spot. I got a spot here that I think is 40 for the cut, 10 tip for 50. Maybe a little cheaper actually, but
it's lit.
It's about 50.
Anyway, I just thought that was a funny question. What's your fondest sports memory? Whether it's just like a win or like actually going to a sports game, like give me something good.
Yeah, no, I've told the story quite a bit. So we had like hoods, right? In Houston.
Of course.
And there was a like my school was in one hood, and then we beefed with the other hood that another school was at. And my close family, like my grandparents, my cousin who's like my brother, they lived in the other hood. And we were over here. So we were playing, and everybody was there. Like my grandparents, everyone was there to see me. It was cold. It was in the 40s. Yeah. And it was raining.
That's just an awful mixture.
I play multiple positions offensively in football. There's a package where I play quarterback. There's a package where I play running back, a package where I play receiver, and then I was pretty much always safety on defense. Yeah. I remember we were warming up, and I got like my mom was never there because she was really sick at the time. But like my dad was there, ironically.
I was like, really?
my grandparents, my cousin, my brother, like everyone's rolled up, right? And the two hoods, like we're beefing, like we're talking shit. It's just one of those moments where you're like, I might fight someone today, and we're warming up, and I'm like it's slippery and it's cold. I can't feel my hands, and they're throwing passes to me. I'm dropping them. It's slipping through my hands. I'm like, there's no way this is happening. Like, this is not the conditions that I need it to be right now. Right. And so I'm like, we played in like 30 minutes. And so like I call my dad. I'm like, we have any gloves at the house where I can, catch the ball? And my dad does not know a damn thing about sports. He's like, I can see what I can find. He comes back with dirt bike gloves, like for dirt bike. And I'm like, this is not gonna work. It's football. And so I'm like, this is gonna be a long, long day. I'm on so we're getting ready for the opening kickoff. I'm on kickoff return, so I return kicks back. And so they kick the ball off, and I'm like, all right, let's get it. Let me get some yards. Let's start the game. The ball is high kick. I don't have a play where I can run up and grab it. So I'm sitting back and I'm letting it bounce. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to know. I don't want to fumble it. I can't catch today anyway.
Right.
Ball bounces and goes over my head. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding. Like, it's the worst of the worst is happening. I pick it up and I run it back for a touchdown. It was like 90 yards.
That's
like,
crazy.
It was insane.
That's a long time to run.
Yeah, no, I pick it up and I just zoom. I'm out of this bitch.
Howdy.
And I'm running, and I see my family in the crowd, and I'm running. And I'm like pointing to them like a cocky prick as I'm running down, and then
as you were when you were like 14.
Yeah, then I score, and I go back to the sidelines, and the water hasn't came out yet from the school, so I got no water, and I got to go back to play defense. So I was thirsty. I was tired. And I end up scoring. I end up scoring again at the end of the game to win that rivalry game. I had like a 15-yard touchdown run or some shit like that.
That's awesome.
But that was my moment. That was my moment.
That's your shining star moment.
That was so much fun. Yeah, a couple touchdowns in a game where I thought everything would go wrong. That's what it was for me.
My last question for you is, what is the most happy realization you've ever had in life?
God. Okay.
If that's too crazy, then we'll circle back to it. But
the happiest realization I've had is you don't need anybody to feel happy. To be truly happy, you don't need to rely on people. I think a lot of people, they only feel a certain enjoyment when they're in a group full of friends or hanging out or, with a woman, with a man, you know what I'm saying? But when they're alone, they're just kind of looking to when's the next time I can get out.
That gap.
But I have times where even when me and you are hanging out and we're not really doing anything, but we just kind of chill in the room. We put on some records. We listen to new music we haven't heard before. Just like last Friday. Or this past Friday, when, it's midnight and we're listening to all of Travis Scott's album, all of Post Malone's album. And I'm like, and I'm just as happy as I can be.
Yeah.
And it's, you just really need to find whatever you love and just do it and you're good.
Yep. That's a good one. I like that one a lot.
And then, we're talking about moving up north when you're away from everybody, and you're just like, they don't really contribute to what I got going on anyway.
Right.
So what's the point,
Yeah, that's kind of how I've been feeling about our move up north is just,
And that's not like a slight or anything.
No, not at all.
It's just like, if I was in a constant state of, oh, I need my friends, I need my family physically, because they're always there, the phone call, whatever, away. But like, I need them physically. I need to hang out with my boys. I need to do this stuff. If I move, I'm going to be miserable. Then that would be a lot harder. But like, as I am today, it's like, I keep myself occupied with things that I love to study, things I love to actively do that I could do for hours and never, ever, ever get bored. That's not going to change where I live. It's going to be the same. So that's why, and I say this all the time, that's why it's just so important to be good with you. And if you're married, I feel like that you kind of goes away. But like, when you're married or in a very long committed relationship that's not going anywhere, you have to live for yourself and your partner. And when y'all can just be best friends, that's also, you've heard me say this on this pod before, I feel like you definitely need to marry your best friend. Because if we were those basic couples where we're like, I need to go, I need to get out with my boys. I need to get out of the house. I need to get away from her. Or the woman's like, I need to get away from him. He's annoying me, that type of thing. If we had that type of dynamic, this move and us being so isolated from everybody would be incredibly hard.
Right. And even, I guess that's why kind of I feel like, because we've done one move away. And I feel like we kind of got a feel for what that was going to be like through this move. And now it's like, okay, now it's time for the real thing, like real deal. And, I feel like we've handled this one pretty good being where we are. And, I think, like you said, we're pretty set in stone with each other. So I'm excited for this move.
Yeah, it's if we had nothing in common, and that's why I think people, when they get in relationships, they're just, what I say, they find the most attractive person, and they're like, let me just make a relationship work. it's sloppy. And I feel like when you're with someone that's your best friend and y'all actively do things together, me and you, we listen to vinyl together, we play video games together, we, like to go shopping together, we are just each other's friend. Like, there's not anything that we do
things like this together.
Yeah, there's like nothing that we do that I don't want to do with my wife.
Right.
Like, I could go eat, go shopping, all that. I could do that all by myself and not have to worry about anybody. But I'm like, why? I'll start a TV show. I'll get an episode in and go, she needs to see this. I can't watch this on my own. Because, like, who am I going to talk about it to?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, if I'm speaking from a single person's perspective, you got to be good with you. You got to keep yourself prior. I've always been good by myself as far as entertainment goes. I've always been able to just do music, listen to music, do sports, and, go crazy over fantasy sports and stuff like that. And, I even have my fantasy group where we all go back and forth about shit. But be good with you. And if you have a partner, just be good with your partner. If there's anything that lacks, it's going to rear its ugly head whenever y'all get by yourselves for a long period of time where, situation like ours. But
I get you.
So, what we got next? We got the draft. In honor of Post Malone dropping his new album on Friday titled Austin, we are going to do our draft that we do on pretty much every pod. What we do is we go back and forth, we serpentine, and we draft things that are not sports related, because drafting is very common in sports, but we like to draft non-sports related things. And let's see who has the best team of 5. And today we are picking Post Malone songs.
I'm so excited.
I'm pumped up.
I don't even want to do rock, paper, scissors with you.
You just want to go first?
Let you go first.
You want to go first?
Okay.
You go first?
I'll go first.
With the first pick. No, I'm going to be the commissioner.
Okay.
With the first pick of the 2023 Post Malone song draft, you select
I Fall Apart.
Okay, that's on my list.
That is number 1. Try to tell me otherwise, and I might just, kind of... We might have to go back and forth for a minute, because you'd just be wrong.
I Fall Apart was on my list. That's fine. Okay. So I'll go twice, because if we don't do it that way, people have questions why we do it that way. If you don't have one person go, then another person go twice, the next person go twice.
Then I always have...
She's always going first, and I'm always going second, and that's not fair. So this is the only way to balance it out. So for my first pick on my team, I will select Hollywood's Bleeding.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite Post Malone song.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of all Post Malone songs, Hollywood Bleeding is your favorite Post Malone song?
It just hits different.
Really? See, that one's not even on my list, not even on my backup list.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's perfectly fine.
Which is kind of crazy. I thought about it. It was a very strong consideration. It just wasn't there.
And then with my second pick, I will select Rockstar with 21 Savage.
Yeah. That was on my list.
Okay.
That was on the list. All right. For my second and third pick, at number 2, I'm going to take Stay. Just got to.
Yep, that's on my list too.
It's just one of those ones.
That's fine.
Number 3, I feel like this is going to be a, what's the word? A
controversial pick?
Yes.
Okay.
White Iverson. I just,
that was my next pick.
It's just one of those ones. You just got to have it.
That was my next pick, to be honest.
Because it's not even like...
That was his first hit.
Yeah.
That was his first smash.
It's not even like it's like that, like, insane of like a, I don't know, lyrical song or something, but it's just like you hear it and you just want to go crazy.
Vibe. There's not, if you were to make vibing music that has no other concept except to just, you're supposed to vibe out to it, White Iverson's like towards the top of that list.
No, absolutely.
All right, so for my next 2 picks, you literally stole my next pick.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. I will go.
So we both had White Iverson at 3.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Yes, I use at 3 for me. With my third pick.
Your third and fourth.
Sorry, my third and fourth pick. For number 3, I will select "Feel" off of Stoney with Kalani.
Yep. It's a slept-on song for sure.
The vibes is insane on there, and then Post Malone has a bar in his first verse where he says, "She asked me, how does it feel when you know you can buy out the store?" And I'm like,
ooh,
I want to get there one day. I won't, but
well,
I'll take Feel. And then with my fourth pick, I'm going to select Too Young.
Okay, I like it.
Too Young off of Stoney.
All right, for my fourth pick, I'm going to take Circles.
I was hoping that fall to 5.
Yeah.
I was hoping it fall to 5.
I'm going to take Circles at 4. And then for number 5, my last pick, I'm going to take Sunflower. Just a personal favorite.
Overrated. It's an overrated pick. I think that song's overrated in general. No. So it's not. I'm not hating like that.
It's my favorite.
Okay. That's it. I know I have one more pick, but I felt like you were going to say more, but then you just kind of stopped.
I was going to go into my honorable mentions, but I was going to wait till you were done.
Yeah. So I have this is okay. That's fine. That's fine.
What's your fifth pick, babe?
With my fifth pick, I am going to take. I got my list of 3, and I'm trying to feel like.
Which one? I know I had the same thing.
To close out, give me Go Flex.
Okay, yeah. I had a feeling that was going to be in your
Go
list.
Flex at 5. I was hoping Circles would drop, but it didn't. That's whatever.
Sorry. That's just one of those ones. Can't let it drop. My two honorable mentions are Feeling Whitney. I love that song a lot. And then Congratulations is just one of those because it was the first song I listened to whenever I graduated, and
Congratulations. Yeah. That's kind of the vibe of the song.
Yeah. And so, and especially just the way that like the end of my high school career went, like I had fallen behind my sophomore year and had to go to like a completely different school, to try to catch up, and then ended up graduating a year early because I worked my ass off to do that. And then my best friend at the time, I like went and picked her up and I was like, I'm done. I did it. Like I got my diploma, like what's up? And she was like, I have to play you, I have to play this song for you. And she played that and we just drove all over Houston blasting that song like on repeat that day. And it was a huge vibe. And so, it's just one of those ones. That probably should have been my fifth pick over Sunflower, but I just like Sunflower.
That's why I don't like to tell anybody that the song that they pick is trash, or like when they say this is their favorite song, I'm always like, that's wrong. You can't tell someone what's their relationship with a certain song, because
it might not even be because of like what the song is saying. It could be because of the memory it's tied to.
Music is so attached to timing and when something came out. I would not have been as big of a Lil Peep fan as I was if I were am. I'm not gonna say was, like I'm stopped being a fan now that he's dead, but that sounded insensitive. Past. I'm sorry. I
was like, wow.
My bad. I didn't mean it like that. But it's what I was going through when I found that album. If I was in the happiest relationship of my life and I found that album, probably wouldn't like it as much.
Right. It wouldn't have hit with you as much, for sure.
Right. My honorable mentions, I had the new song off of Austin, Hold My Breath.
That one's so good.
Holy shit, what a song. I had Deja Vu off of Stoney with Bieber.
Yeah, that would have been one of my
I felt like
ones.
it'd be corny if I were to draft it because it's a Bieber record, but that's a vibe. That's a vibe. And I also, off Hollywood's Bleeding, I like the Take What You Want From Me with Take What You Want with Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott.
Yeah.
No one picked Psycho.
So Psycho is one of those ones that's
a smash hit.
It's a fantastic song, and it probably should have been on my list. I really love that song. You know me, I'm probably one of the biggest fans of Beer Bongs and Bentleys. Most people, I feel like, probably put Hollywood's Bleeding over that one, but like I said, it's just the time frame that one came out for me. I was 18 when it came out, and it's just
so my thing between the Post Malone albums was when Stoney dropped. That was exactly what we needed from him. That's what he was providing, this melody driven hip hop singy type of music, but then with the little splashes of songs like I Fall Apart, Feeling Whitney, with those songs, it's like he could go somewhere else with it. And then when Beer Bongs and Bentleys came out, it was very poppy,
right?
And we just weren't ready. Like, it would make more sense if Hollywood's Bleeding came after Stoney, because Hollywood's Bleeding had some dark,
right, It's got some dark vibes to it.
Yeah,
for sure.
And Stony is a very dark vibe song, a dark vibe album at time. Dark vibes album at time. You know, like, I don't know, but.
No, I get what you're saying. I think, and I guess that's part of the reason for me is maybe like I didn't really know Stony when it came out. I wasn't a huge Post Malone person at that point when it came out, and so Beer Bongs and Bentleys was almost honestly like my introduction. Like I knew I Fall Apart, and I knew, you know, those couple of songs, but you know, when I was really truly like coming into like music and really like fostering my taste in music, Beer Bongs and Bentleys came out, and so I think it was just like you said, it would just happen to be all the timing, and then, you know, that's why.
It makes sense, you being, you know, a woman, that's the album, because I feel like that album catered to women.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Stoney's my favorite album by far, but when I think people would rank Hollywood's Bleeding over Beer Bongs and Bentleys, which I think is a fine opinion, but like me personally, I think Beer Bongs and Bentleys come after. I almost think that they go in order for me, except for the toothache one. 12
karat booty ache.
Yeah, that album's bad. That just needs to go away.
No, this last album is legit, though. We'll talk about it later, though.
Facts.
Okay, so we are going to do something different.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
We're going to do something different. Normally, we do trivia where we test each other's knowledge about something. We're going to play a game today, Spit Take, where one of us is going to fill their mouths. Well, we got cups here. One of us is going to fill their mouths with water, and the other person is going to read off some jokes.
So we're not going to go back and forth? Or are we just going to go
I feel like
all
we need
in?
to run off 5 straight.
Okay, I have 7 for you.
Okay, I got 5.
That's probably better, because I'm not going to... It's not going to be good for me.
So we don't spit on our expensive equipment. We have a cup that we will spit into.
Hopefully.
In the event that we cannot contain our
Otherwise,
enjoyment.
I'm going to just try to go this way because there's not that much.
Well, you got to hold it. You just, when you do it, hold it like this.
I'm going to, but I'm a little scared right now, guys. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
Don't hug me. I'm scared.
Don't hug me. I'm scared. Who do you want to go first?
I went first with the draft.
So you want me to put it in my mouth?
No, I want you to pick. Pause. Big, fat, pause.
Play. Hey. No, what's up?
No, you pick how you want to do it because I got to go first with the draft.
Well, then I'm gonna put it in my mouth.
You want to do the water first? Okay. Put it in your mouth, baby.
I gotta stop. Okay.
Not gonna be able to do this. Okay, number 1. What goes in hard and dry but comes out soft and wet? Gum. Aw. Why isn't there a pregnant Barbie doll? Ken came in another box. In honor of the Barbie movie. I'm not gonna be able to do this. Okay. What do you call a fake noodle? An imposter. That's so funny. Okay. Why aren't koalas actually bears? They don't meet the qualifications. I'm so funny. Okay. Dark humor is like food. Not everyone gets it. Aww. That's so funny and so terrible. He just doesn't love me, y'all. It's fine. My girlfriend dumped me, so I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back? When does a dad joke become a dad joke? When it leaves you and never comes back. That's what I got for you. I'm very proud of you. You did it.
Oh, man. The Barbie one was my favorite. I feel like you're not even going to be able to, you're just going to laugh at nothing.
I'm going to try really hard. I really am.
We got
it's
this.
Fine. I get a straw with my cup. What's up?
Taking some drinks.
Yeah, no, I gotta prepare myself, y'all.
You're gonna swallow and just go like
I'm
this.
not gonna be able to look at you.
You're just gonna go
I think that's what you did, low-key.
No.
Because what I said was funny and you didn't even laugh.
You literally go, I'm so funny, like you're not reading someone else's jokes.
I just meant like the ones I picked was funny.
Are you ready? Okay. Did you hear about the dwarf that got pickpocketed? I can't believe someone could stoop so low. Okay. Good one. Okay. A dad speaking to his son. Son, if you don't stop masturbating, you're gonna go blind. Dad, I'm over here. No? Okay. My girlfriend said to me the other day, if anything ever happens to me, I want you to meet someone new. Apparently getting stuck in traffic doesn't count as anything. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it okay to hate a certain race? Because I fucking hate marathons. Ready? Ready? Because there's too many fucking white people in them. Okay. The only idea that flat earthers fear is fear itself. No. The only idea that flat earthers hate is fear. Fear itself. The only idea that flat earthers fear is sphere itself. That's all I got. That's it.
Oh, okay. So you know what's the worst about doing that? That water is cold, and as it sits in your mouth, it gets warm. I didn't like that.
Did you hear about the dwarf that got pickpocketed?
No, that was my favorite.
I can't believe someone
that
could
was so
stoop
funny.
So low.
That was awful.
Oh shit!
I think my Barbie one was probably the best.
That was really good. Yeah.
When I found that one on the internet, I was like, oh my god. I was like, this is gonna be the one that makes Brandon spit out his water, like for sure. Well, we both surpassed the test. Yeah. I'm proud of us. I didn't think it would go like that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, that was fun.
But
yeah, I mean, we got some other news. We got, as far as I have like very little music news, but then I got a bunch of other news.
So what do you want to start with?
We started the new albums.
Yeah, I feel like it because I mean we already did our Post Malone draft, so I feel like we can talk about his albums a little, or his albums, like he dropped more than one.
A deluxe is probably coming.
I hope so.
It always does.
But also, let me just start out by saying, Posty, I love you. All artists, I appreciate y'all. 17 songs is too much. It's too much because let me tell you why. Because you put a song like Speedometer on that album, and then I don't want to listen to the rest of the album because it was garbage. Okay? And shit. Just if you just took out like the 3 to 5 not so great, if not really bad songs off that album, you'd have a banger project. Like,
I think it just comes down to,
I just don't know what's this, like, we have to stuff as much songs into an album as we can thing that we're doing.
It's like what we were talking about earlier about the relationships that people have. Like, he might think that song's a banger.
That's fair and for sure.
It's just, I've listened to so much music. Like, I have 6,000 vinyls, and like I got so many CDs and vinyls, and I listen to so much music. Like I said, I listen to 15 albums a week, and I feel like I have a decent idea of what is a unique and a objectively good song, and then then there's things where did you breathe it in the mic? I feel like I hear or is that outside?
No, that's outside.
It was like boom, boom. No,
no.
But I feel like I have a good idea of like what an objectively unique song is, and we all know standard choruses, standard verses, standard bridges, and there's just certain songs that play. You cannot tell me that this is
an amazing song.
Good. And then at the same time, I'm kind of being wishy-washy, and I'm saying, you can't tell someone their relationship with a song, but it's like, if we're just being analytical and we're analyzing the production selection, we're analyzing the verses, literally down to the word choice, the double entendres, the lyrics themselves and what they mean or what they could mean. And then we're talking about bridges, choruses. Is it a unique melody? Is it a melody that's been used before? In the chorus, are we just repeating the same thing over and over again? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like there is a base to really judge songs. And then when a song, like you mentioned, Speedometer, it's like, no.
I just feel like you can't take a song like that and we'll even stay to the same album and compare that song to even the singles that off that album, like Overdrive and Chemical. Or even the song that we like, Hard to Breathe?
Hold My Breath.
Hold My Breath. That's what it is. Hard to Breathe.
I mentioned Hard to Breathe earlier, yeah.
Hold My Breath, Chemical, Overdrive. Like, you can't take a song like Speedometer and compare it to those songs and tell me it's a good song. You just can't, because it's just not. And like you said, he could think it is, and that's great. And another person could think it is, and it's great. But personally, there's just no way.
On TikTok, they have these things where they show the track list of an album, and each song has a color. Mm-hmm. And each color means, like, purple means...
Where is this happening?
It's on TikTok.
On TikTok.
It's like purple means perfect. Mm-hmm. Blue means great. Green means good. Yellow means mid. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I saw one that had Hold My Breath as the only mid song on the entire thing. And I'm thinking, before I get upset and start being like, what the fuck? You know, because that's toxic. Mm-hmm. That is... So whoever made that video is someone who's never heard Fleetwood Mac before.
Yeah.
That's someone who's never heard the Eagles before. That's someone who's never... You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I can't really... Like, when I texted Jordan, our friend, and he said he thinks the album's great, that surprised me. Because if you just like hip-hop and R&B, this album is none of that.
No.
This is a folk album with a hint of some dance pop in there. Mm-hmm. You know?
He did a lot of chant songs with chant stuff in the background.
Like Imagine Dragons type shit.
Yeah, and I actually, those songs, for the most part...
The second record was like...
Crazy.
Was it Give Me Something Real? Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I think it was called Something Real. Something like that. But no, those songs were great. I loved the chanting thing and like the, 4 or 5 records he did it on.
Yeah, it was very folky. Folk pop is what I would call that album.
And you know that's my bag.
I love folk music. Like, I love a good... when I think of folk music, I think of it being primarily acoustic guitar with, very down to the roots sentimental lyrics. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion of folk. It's subjective, but, like anyone's opinion of pop is different from person to person. Right.
Pop is just so wide, though.
But, like, in my opinion, I know pop is short for popular. Jesus. But to me, pop music is high tempo, typically electronic instrumentation, synthesizers, not just guitar and drums. Like, that's my opinion of pop. But then once you throw in acoustic with rustic drums, okay, now we're getting into folk. And that's what that album is. There's not a hint of hip hop on it from cover to cover. There's no hip hop. There's no R&B. There's nothing like that. It's a folk album. Yeah. No features. In my opinion, I think this is his... The more I thought about it, I say it's his second best album. No, I said there's an argument for it being his second best album. It belongs in a 2 or 3 spot. I think it's definitely better than 12 Karat Toothache, for sure.
That's a given. On the list.
That's a given. I know you like Beer Belongs in Bentleys, but I think there's a case that it could be better than Beer Belongs. I think there's a case it could be better than Hollywood's Bleeding. But as far as where I think it is, I'd have to listen to it some more. Mm-hmm. But off the initial listen, there's about 3 to 4 songs. It's 17 songs, right? Mm-hmm. There's 3 to 4. I was just like, this isn't good.
Yeah.
But
I don't think I could even, besides Speedometer, I don't think I could tell you the name of those songs that were not good because they were just so not good.
But the rest I enjoyed or were really good. Yeah. And that's all you can really ask for.
Absolutely.
For a project. There were skips, though.
Yeah.
There were skips.
For a 17 song project, and to out of that 17 songs to only have 3 or 4 that were just truly not that great, I'd say that that's pretty good. Like,
yeah. I mean, then you talk about like a Stoney has no skips. There's not a skip on Stoney.
But Stoney's also only what, 13 to 15 songs, right? Something like that. I'm gonna look because now I want to know.
But yeah, Posty really did his thing. He did an interview about why is it called Austin.
The deluxe version has 18 songs.
Can I see it? Mm-hmm. I don't know. What is the deluxe? What did they add? Money Made Me Do It. Mm-hmm. And Hit This Hard, right? No, it's Leave, Hit This Hard, Money Made Me Do It, and Feeling Whitney.
Yeah.
Those, so he added those. So, because it ends with Yours Truly, Austin Post. That's where the regular album ends, right?
I think, yes.
Let me see. I think, that's not even available.
It might be. You might be in my music.
No, I'm on his thing. Yeah, it's not even available.
Oh, okay.
Like the regular
version. But I think you're right. I think it ends with Yours Truly,
Austin
and
Post.
I think it was a 14-song album, and he added 4 for the deluxe.
I remember it just being exactly what it needed to be at the time.
Absolutely.
Travis Scott dropped Utopia, probably the highest anticipated rap album of 2023.
Didn't blow my socks off.
It wasn't. This is his Yeezus. So when Kanye dropped Yeezus was a very experimental album. Mm-hmm. Different drum patterns, different instrumentation, just using things that you wouldn't typically use in your normal day-to-day studio session.
It was very Kanye-esque.
It was very experimental. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. And do you see our sound waves whenever whatever's going on outside?
Yeah, I don't know what's really happening.
It's like boom, boom, and like it's just crazy. Anyways, it was a pretty good album. The Drake record is the one that's gonna be everywhere, and we'll talk about Drake's verse, but that's the record off the project. But when I listen to an artist's album, I compare it to his previous work. Mm-hmm. That's just what I do. And when you think about Rodeo, when you think about Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight, and Astro World, this project, I think, has one record that's gonna be everywhere, and that's the Drake record. I feel like Astro World had 2 or 3 of those. I feel like Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight had, 2 or 3 of those. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel Rodeo had 2 or 3 of those. That's where I would say that this is probably I have to listen to it more. Mm-hmm. I heard it once, and I want to get to it again. But off original rip, original listen, however much weight you put on that, I think as of right now, it's a good album. I'm not trashing it. I'm not going to say anything bad about it.
Right.
But it sounds like this is his worst album so far. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he missed on it, if that makes sense.
No, I agree with you.
Because there's a handful of rappers, that are on a win streak. Travis being one of them, Kendrick being one of them, Cole being one of them. Guys that when they drop albums, they haven't missed in a long time.
Right.
I think the streak continues for Travis. I think this is good enough to say this is nice. His good album streak continues.
Right, it's not just garbage or something.
It's not trash.
No, it's not trash. I think it just, like you said, it didn't come with that song that you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna be bumping this all the time.
That Drake record, that shit's ain't nobody wearing this shit. Like you talk to the cops on some therapy shit.
I would even go to say that the is it God's Country?
God's Country. That beat, as a rapper, that beat, when I hear that, I'm like,
it's go time. Yeah.
Give me that. I'm gonna remix that.
No, and I think that because of the beat, that song might be my favorite that I heard. Like you said, I'd have to listen to the whole thing again. But yeah, no, it was just kind of, I won't even say that it was mid. I just don't think, it just wasn't like, it wasn't sicko mode. It wasn't. I'm a huge fan of Yosemite. I don't think any of them even made me feel like Yosemite makes me feel, or like you said, Antidote or 3500, or it wasn't any of those things. So I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah.
But like you said, I don't think it was a bad album. I don't think he missed. I think, like you said, he still continues on his streak of just consistently putting out good music. It keeps
going.
Yeah.
It keeps going.
Absolutely.
Then we can go to the Drake verse where he seemingly dissed Childish Gambino. Mm-hmm. Where Childish Gambino talks about... Well, Childish Gambino did an interview where he says, This Is America was supposed to be a Drake diss, but then whenever, when we got into the studio and we're working on it, it turned out to be a little more introspective.
Right.
And, it became more of a political standpoint. Mm-hmm. So Drake in the verse says, you say you love this America shit, but the truth is you're scared of the six.
Yikes.
Yeah, so that's what that was. But the bigger thing was Drake dissing Pusha T and Pharrell. Pusha T and Pharrell most recently are known for being, the Pharrell's like the creative director for Louis Vuitton. Mm-hmm. Pusha T was in the fashion show, literally walked the catwalk, right?
Right.
And basically Drake said, ever since, Virgil died, no one's wearing Louis Vuitton. And
Drake's out here trying to...
Petty. It's petty.
He's the petty king, for sure.
It's petty. It's definitely petty. But
petty king.
I don't know. I think
I need him to wear a petty king shirt. That'd be
everybody just really wants to see Drake versus Pusha T. Mm-hmm. Because Pusha T can rap his ass off. Drake can surprise a lot of people. So everybody
you think people want to literally see that?
They want to see records. They want to see tracks. Pusha T dissed Drake and exposed that he had a son.
Did he really?
Years back. Yeah. And Drake never responded. And they say the meme is that when Drake responds to someone, he always responds to who's next to the guy. So Drake took shots at Pharrell, who's next to Pusha T, but won't address Pusha T.
What does that say about Mr. Aubrey Graham?
Or subliminally, right? So,
like the America line to Childish.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
I feel like that's pretty subliminal. If you don't really listen to Childish, I mean, you would never just catch that in the song if you didn't know.
Yeah, it's just it's one of those things, but that's the meme right now, is that when Drake responds, he's gonna be petty, and it's gonna be at someone's man, but not be
right. It's gonna be an indirect shot to the person.
Yeah. So that's the music stuff.
Oh, Mr. Aubrey Graham.
Yeah, and then we got Pearl Davis, the anti-feminist, off of music.
Who are you talking about?
Pearl Davis, she's an anti-feminist. She's like a alt-right wing young.
Is this the one that I've seen a few videos of?
Yeah.
And she just sounds really stupid when she
tweeted that 16-year-olds are hotter than 26-year-olds.
Excuse me?
What the fuck?
Do we even need to talk about that? I think we can all just agree that that's disgusting and go away.
So she commented on it and said that she was saying that people get uglier as they get older. But though?
Don't say the words.
Don't say hotter.
Or just say that as you age, you get uglier. Why do we have to say that 16-year-olds are hotter?
That's disgusting, bro.
So weird. So weird.
Look, I honestly, I swear to God, I think we're saying the most outlandish shit to get into relevancy in some way.
I guess.
And even by the way, this tweet got over 3,000 likes. Do with that what you will.
Well, there's nasty people in the world.
But literally, her people, her fan base, the alt-right wingers,
yeah,
they are like, this is kind of crazy. And she deleted it. She deleted the tweet.
Which, of course, by that point, it's already screenshotted and out there for the world
it's
to
on
see.
the internet for forever.
Yeah.
So she deletes the tweet, but it's getting pretty nasty. And then
I just don't know how you can, as a Republican, just, you know, like, let's play devil's advocate here and say that there's some Republicans that are decent human beings. I don't understand how you can even identify as Republican or be okay identifying like that whenever you have such extremists that say things like this and do things like this. Like, how do you even want to be a part of that group? I just don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Here's the main thing. The main reason why I don't play this political game, right, is because I can look at it from a bystander, from an outside looking in. I can see it and just see how it's filled with hypocrisy, right? And that's just the way it is. It's literally, you're pissing on my leg and telling me that it's raining. And it's literally filled with walking outside, looking in the sky, and it's blue, someone saying it's red, and you going, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because
there's no fact checking. Let's make sure this is real.
I hate alt everything. I hate alt left.
Alt left is no better.
I hate alt right. I hate when you lean such one way. I just kind of put you in a box as being closed-minded. No pun intended, right? Because a box is closed. What's up? But it's like Jason Aldean puts out the country song, which is a dog whistle for racism, whatever, right? And the left gets so upset, right? Rightfully so. You know, I'm not saying I disagree with it. What do the Republicans say? Y'all are being too sensitive. It's just a song. It doesn't mean that X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. The Barbie movie comes out. Those people that are telling the left stop being so sensitive are upset at the Barbie movie. And that's why I don't play this game.
And why are they upset at the
Listen, that's why you can't talk to me about this stuff. That's why I won't talk to anybody about this. Is because you're telling me whenever the left is upset about something, y'all are being sensitive, y'all are snowflakes, right? But then the right has been upset at M&M's, Disney, and now the Barbie movie. And here's why. Ben Shapiro, a big voice for the alt-right, community, said the Barbie movie is woke and anti-men. It's Barbie. Barbie is manufactured and geared towards girls. What are you doing? Do you go into a Chinese restaurant and expect tacos? No. You don't. Like we are altering and we are twisting perspectives to where we find shit to be mad at. A grown, dickless man, and he's been on record saying he can't make his wife come, by the way. A grown man is going into a Barbie movie and is coming out saying it's anti-men. Bro, you walked in a Barbie movie.
Yeah, why are you going to see that, my friend?
I'm over it, dude.
Not that as a man you can't go see the Barbie movie, but you can't go see the Barbie movie and then be upset when it's like,
we
don't like men.
There's too much pink in it.
This is why I just want to retreat away from the world.
That's why, here's the thing. Here's the closing statement. If you're right, you're going to support everything right, and you're going to diminish anything left. If you're left, you're going to diminish anything left and support, or diminish anything right and support everything left. That's just what's going to happen, because we're playing teams now. I don't play that shit. There are things I pick and choose that I I like and I don't like. But it's getting out of hand where you think you have a leg to stand on in any way.
Right.
You can't sit here and say that your side is X, Y, and Z. No, you do the same shit that you hate about the other side. You know? I hate that the left is so sensitive. Meanwhile, M&M's, boycotting Bud Light, all like the Barbie movie, the Little Mermaid movie. Mm-hmm. So, but you're supposed to be the strong ones that are like, we can take jokes and stuff. It's lame to me, brother.
Yeah, it's not good. It's really not.
I don't get it.
It's a sad state of the political world that we live in today.
It's so bad. It's the worst it's ever been.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, an end does not really seem like it's in sight.
No, we need another
Just chill. So let's go. I know where you're going with this.
We need another flood.
You want the music recs to end it?
Music recs to end it, friends.
I'm gonna go the Roy Woods album. You're
doing the whole album.
Our music recommendations for the end of this pod for me, I know in the wake of Post Malone and Travis Scott dropping really good albums, I think I am going to promote an album that I listened to recently. It's called Mixed Emotions by Roy Woods. I like Roy Woods a lot. He's an R&B singer that has some grit in his voice. It's a little different than you hear from other R&B artists. Mm-hmm. His new album came out Friday along with Post Malone and Travis Scott. He dropped on a big Friday, but it's called Mixed Emotions by Roy Woods.
I like it. That's a good one.
Who you got?
I'm going to do a song today, and it's actually a song that you showed me that I have really enjoyed. It's called Dial Drunk by Noah Khan, I assume is how you say the last name, and Post Malone.
Folky.
Yeah.
Staying folky.
Very folky, but I really enjoy that song, and the cover's kind of cool, so go check it out, my friends.
All right. We're getting it up.